Hey, what's up friends? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. I've got today 10 different cologne fragrances, cheap cologne fragrances that pretty much everybody needs to be aware of. So if you're just getting started off trying to learn about some cologne fragrances, these are 10 that you need to know about. And if you enjoy cologne fragrances at all, you should know these 10 as well. I'm also going to be giving away 2 different cologne fragrances to help kickstart one of your collections. Let's jump straight into it with Jo Milano Game of Spades Wild Card. Jo Milano sponsors about 52,000 videos a minute on TikTok, so they're getting incessantly pushed over there. And I've got to say that when they first launched, they were unbelievably overpriced. Like ridiculously, vomit-inducingly overpriced. $220. This one was the first one that I scooped up from the brand. It was actually a while ago, and they had reached out to me and they were like, hey, do you want to do some sponsored content? And I said, no, I don't.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's just, to me, $220 is so offensive for a cologne fragrance. But that price has dropped and it is more normal now. It's not completely insane. It's still not cheap as far as cologne fragrances are concerned, but it is much more tolerable. It's about $55 or so. Presentation is decently heavy, like it feels nice, as you just saw. The atomizer is pressurized, so that's good. The quality is actually really nice. Goes on smooth, has that nice sweetness that Bond No. 9 Lafayette Street has, because I don't remember if I said that, but this is a clone of Lafayette Street. Goldfish memory.
I forgot.
The performance is really good, so it's got great longevity. It projects well. You can use it pretty much year-round, daytime or evening. So yeah, $220, absolutely ridiculous. If you ever paid that amount for this fragrance, I feel bad for you. You should feel like you got robbed at gunpoint. But if you're looking for like cologne fragrances on the higher end as far as just the overall quality and everything, and you don't mind paying a little bit more, then $55 for this is really good. Of course, you could go with something like Nico Sculpture Parfum, which is $25-ish to $30. That's kind of the range on that one. And it's a pretty good alternative to Lafayette Street as well. But I think this one does pack a little more punch to it. Let's see. Up next, let's do this one. This is called Igua by French Avenue. And this is a clone of YSL's Tuxedo. Now, there are a lot of tuxedo alternatives on the market. A bunch of them come in tuxedo-esque bottle styles, which this one is not exactly tuxedo-esque, because these, they look a little more tuxedo-y, don't they? Yeah. But this is kind of like a similar height and everything, so it's kind of close. Honestly, they should have named this Tuxedo Mask. That would have been a cool name. Everybody would have got it. A little Sailor Moon kind of thing going on. But yeah, there's a lot of different tuxedo alternatives out there, but this one is quite possibly the best of the bunch. And this seems to be how it goes. Like popular fragrances, they just keep recloning it until they get it absolutely spot on. Because like the very first one or second one that come out may not be like spot on, but they'll be really good, you know, close enough for most people. And then they're like, I think I can do better. And they just keep redoing it. And that's kind of what's gone on here, I feel like. Another one that's really nice quality, again, feels heavy in the hand, looks good, smells good, rich, warm, very addictive. And like I said, pretty much the best tuxedo that you can get right now, until a month from now when some other brand comes out with yet another tuxedo that's somehow 2% better. Let's go with the classic one, Offnon 9 p.m. right here. This is Ultramall from Jean Paul Gaultier, and it is one of the more popular cologne fragrances that has ever been. Very sweet, just like Ultramall. Really versatile, easy to use, could pull it off pretty much year round, including summer. Maybe don't go as heavy in summer, but you can still wear it. The price has fluctuated over time with this one, but typically very affordable. And even as of this video, there's still kind of like this difference in pricing depending on which discounter you're shopping at. Some of them have it for like 26, 27. Others have it for like 43, so it does pay to look around a little bit for this. In terms of notes, lavender, cinnamon, apple, vanilla, orange blossom tonka, some of the notes in there. And if you're just getting started learning about cologne fragrances, you're gonna hear about this one a lot, so it's one that you need to know. Let's go next up with the new Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum. So this is the newest, as of this video, Club de Nuit fragrance. And honestly, you already know about Club de Nuit and the 52,000 different flankers there are of that fragrance line. And this one is about, as of this video, 45 bucks on eBay. You can maybe find it a little bit less, like 40 to 45. I'm assuming before long it's gonna pop up at discounters. Who knows? By the time this video goes live, maybe it already is. But right this minute, it is not. But again, about 40, 45, that's what you're looking at. Now the bottle size is a little smaller. This is 70 mils instead of 105, so it's shrunk down a little bit. Nice little bit of shrinkflation for us there. Fantastic, love it.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
And this does actually really hit hard. It's got great projection off the top, really captures your attention. It's smoother than the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, but it has a zingy punch to it, along with like this leather, woody undertone that you pick up pretty much right away. It is darker than the other Club de Nuit fragrances, so it's a little bit more of like a rich, maybe slightly bolder Club de Nuit, but it is actually surprisingly really well done. Or maybe not a surprise, I guess, because it does seem like each subsequent Club de Nuit, kind of like I talked about before with Tuxedo clones, has gotten a little bit better, and this one to me is just a little bit better. Now, if you do want the best bang for your buck Club de Nuit, probably not that one, because again, smaller size, but it does make up for that a little bit with the performance and everything. But the, the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, those ones are pretty dirt cheap, so those are probably still gonna be your best bang for your buck. If that's what you're most, interested in? What is most important to you? Now, unfortunately, guys, I do not have a coupon code for eBay, but I do for these discounters over here. And when this fragrance and all these fragrances pop up at these discounters, you could use these codes to save a little extra money off of whatever they're listed at. So do keep that in mind, and I use these whenever you shop at those stores. The JOMASHOP codes only work within the JOMASHOP app, so you have to download that, and they change every quarter, so beware of that also. Liquid Brun up next. French Avenue once again, which is part of Fragrance World. This one is Altair, and it is stunningly good. It is a great alternative to Altair. It has that same kind of sweet, warm, sexy scent profile. Cinnamon, orange blossom, vanilla, praline, gaiac wood, cardamom, some of the notes in here. And if I were to make a list of like the 10 absolute best cheap clone fragrances you can buy, from the big brands, Lattafa, Armaf, all these. This would easily be in that top 10. It would probably be in the top 3. This one falls in that $40 range. Sometimes you can find it a little bit less, but for that price point, this is about as good a fragrance as you're ever gonna get, as far as the smell, the performance, the quality, all of that. So Liquid Brun is a must know, and so is this. Hawas from Rasasi. Hawas. So this one right here smells similar to Invictus, also Invictus Aqua. Now this did come out before Invictus Aqua, so it's kind of an interesting one. It's like a clone or an alternative type of fragrance that came out that was done with the twist, and then the twist that they did made it actually smell similar to a fragrance that was yet to be released. Interesting. It's another one that's very affordable, so you can find this like mid-30s, sometimes maybe even a little bit less. And in terms of notes, it's got apple, bergamot, cinnamon, plum, aquatic notes, ambergris, patchouli, musk, and driftwood. So it is quite sweet, but also very fresh at the same time. It has solid performance as well. You can use it pretty much whenever you want, as long as you don't mind a little bubblegummy sweetness. Let's go Checkmate King up next from Armaf. This is one that I just myself like a whole lot because it is an alternative or clone of Scandal Absolute. Gonna be more of a fall wintertime fragrance, day or evening, big compliment puller. Again, quality, very nice, very high. Makes use of Mirabelle Plum off the top, which grabs people's attention pretty much right away. Also has chestnut in there as it dries down, which gives it a nice, sexy coziness. Some sandalwood as it hits the dry down as well. And I will be giving away a bottle of that. And I will also give away a bottle of this, which is Georgian's The Arabian Legend, which is also done by Armaf. I've actually had this one for a minute. This bottle was made March 2023. It's still good. It doesn't expire for another few years. You're good. And as long as you keep it correctly, it won't expire after that anyway. So I'll do the giveaway for these here in just a little bit, but let's finish up this list first. Let's go Royal Blend Nero from French Avenue. Now, when it comes to this one, there are a bunch of fragrances that I could pop in here. Lattafa Camera being the most obvious one, which also you should know about, but I wanted to put in one that's a little bit more under the radar. This is a clone of Guissa's Sava, and it could also remind you of, Camera, but it could also remind you of Angel Share from by Kilian. But this one is gonna be a little sweeter, more of like a sweet boozy kind of vibe. When compared to Angel Share, Angel Share has more of like a woody aspect to it, whereas this one is a little bit more decadently sweet and spicy. Quality is extremely high. Once again, it smells absolutely fantastic. Fall and winter time stunner. The only reason I include this one is because I wanted to put one or two in here that are a little bit less worn, but they're like right in the same style as another one that's extremely popular. Again, Kamra. So you could go for Kamra, absolutely killer fragrance, and you should frankly know about that one more than this one, but I couldn't put this and that in the same video, so I guess technically I already have done so, but whatever. Tarathi up next, Tarathi Blue. This is gonna give you some Bvlgari Tygar action, so basically if you really like citrus, you should know about this. Can't get the cap back on for some reason. There we go. Gotta get lined up right. So yeah, a lot of citrus in here off the top. Really fresh, sweet, bright. As it dries down, you get a little warmth that comes out, some woodiness, some musk. The quality here, quite good. For a fragrance that's like mid-30s or so at discounters. Gonna be more spring, summer, daytime, but really with that type of fragrance, you can wear it whenever you want because people are gonna like it. And if you're somewhere air conditioned, who cares? We're in the middle of winter. And last but not least, we started with TikTok cancer. We will end with TikTok cancer. Rayhaan Crimson. So this is another brand that sponsors like 80 million videos. And I gotta say the first Rayhaan fragrances that I purchased I thought were kind of crappy. Just not very good, frankly. This one though is the latest one that I have gotten, and it's actually really nice. It is easily my favorite. Well, this one in Corium, but I'd say this is my favorite. It is Creed's Centaurus. It has amplified performance compared to Centaurus. Frankly, also a little bit sweeter than Centaurus, which kind of makes sense. Those two kind of go hand in hand, right? It's like ramp up the sweetness, and now it's also a little bit more in your face. But it's this really nice, pleasant, almost sticky, syrupy, sweet tobacco scent. Really, really good for fall, winter, daytime, or evening. Also spring, I feel like, as long as you're not wearing it like late spring when it gets hot. Well, I guess depending on where you live, it may not get that hot, but here it gets a little uncomfortable when it starts to head into summer, or it can.
Can't be more than 114.
And it's super addictive as well. Like the quality on this one, far superior to the first three that I purchased. And I figure if you're gonna check out Rayhaan, probably should start with one that you're gonna go, oh, that's really good, instead of starting with one where you go, oh, that's obviously manufactured trash. So there we go, Crimson. It's really good. Check it out, a giveaway. Checkmate King, which you saw here, and then the little Georgians right here. Can you guess what this is? Can you guess? I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, those two fragrances right there, the usual stuff, the usual suspects. Like a video, subscribe a channel, comment to video. What should the comment be? I don't know. How about you just let me know what you've been wearing this year and what you enjoy, what's making you happy. You know the usual drill. So here it is, because I'm lazy, I don't wanna, you know, the giveaway. You saw it? Cool. That'll do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.